Well, hello, friends. You know, the Atlantic Ocean doesn't just come up to the sandy beaches with waves crashing in. Sometimes it just comes in quietly and softly, like it does behind me. This is the northwest arm of a body of water that is really, it's just the Atlantic Ocean coming around Nova Scotia in Canada. And I'm going to show you some scenes of this little town. We are in Sydney, or Sydney's behind me. You're looking at it over on the other side there. Sydney, Nova Scotia, not Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Nova Scotia. And when we look at the water in just a moment, you're going to see a ferry over there. That ferry actually goes from here, from Sydney, Nova Scotia, or from nearby Sydney, over to Newfoundland. And so that is a long ride. Actually, there are two ports in Newfoundland that it goes into. One of them is a 7-hour ride. One of them is a 16-hour ride. And you book cabins, and you bring your car on, park it, and then you go to your cabins, or you can sit in the lounge, I guess. But quite a long, I mean, the cabins are nice. I've seen pictures. You know, you got beds in them, and just like being, a hotel room or on a train. But anyway, let's look at this, and then we're going to go into Sydney and look around.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. To myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
After spending a night in Point Edward, Nova Scotia, we went on to Sydney, Nova Scotia. Sydney, it's actually not technically a city of its own now. It's the Cape Breton Regional Municipality. It was founded, Sydney was, in 1785 by the British, incorporated as a city back in 1904, but then it was dissolved on the 1st of August, 1995. setbacks financially and industries that were leaving and all, and so it became the Cape Breton Regional Municipality. The population is about 31,000 for Sydney, or for what was Sydney. Sydney served as Cape Breton Island's colonial capital until 1820, and the colony merged with Nova Scotia, and the capital went to Halifax. Prior to those industries leaving, 10 years ago in 2011, the population was around 31,000, or a little bit more than 31,000, and that made it the largest population center on Cape Breton Island. Cape Breton Island has become home to a lot of touristy things. The area of Sydney is the island's largest urban area, and that gets the most of the tourists. The population of the area is diverse. They have a lot of different cultural events: Scottish, Acadian, African, Canadian, and Eastern European, held throughout the year, those cultural events. Sydney is centrally located, and you can go to Louisbourg, the home of the Fortress of Louisbourg. You can go to Glace Bay, home of the Glace Bay Miners Museum. If you're a fan of history, Baddock, the home of Alexander Graham Bell Museum, and a lot of just cool destinations like the Cabot Trail. A lot of cool things to see around this part of Nova Scotia.
Don't wanna be in love if it's not with you. Don't wanna cry that extra tear. Don't want to make mountains move. Let summer go, tell my skin to forget every little thing about you. Hear me out, come down, so that we can lay still for a while. Hand me a smile. I know we've tried too many times now. Tear my heart apart, tell the world to start acting normal. My mind feels unwell, break this awful spell. How are we gonna fight if we can't stand up? How are we gonna conquer this? Show me a way out. Tear my heart apart, tell the world to start acting normal. My mind feels unwell, break this awful spell. Oh, tear my heart apart, tell the world to start acting normal. My mind feels unwell, break this.
The government has invested a lot to help the cruise industry come in, and so a waterfront revitalization plan, the boardwalk that you see, and marinas constructed, and that fiddle the world's largest fiddle.
How are we gonna fight? How are we gonna conquer this?
The statue in the harbor is dedicated to the merchant navy, and there is a quote by Joseph Schul, merchant seaman. He said, "Voyage after voyage, men who had seen a dozen ships go down about them, men who had been torpedoed once or twice, 3 times, sailed and sailed again." A Land of Our Own by William Ernest Brown of Sydney and Los Angeles, in memory of the immigrants who came to Cape Breton. Just a normal blue Adirondack chair until you get to the big one. Hey, if you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you've not already done so, and share. We appreciate you joining us on the journey.